John, we now know 8,000 will be at Manchester City. You must be proud as punch as Port Vale manager like that.
It's great. I think it's 14 years, isn't it, since we're in the third round, and to get a tie that we got, and then the response from the public is fantastic, and we hope that there'll be a few more new fans that start to follow us, and but we also know that the only way that'll happen is if we continue to keep getting results.
When you're playing a side that good, can supporters make a difference in number?
They can, but obviously we've got to perform as well. We've got to, like Oxford did the other night. Really, Oxford I thought played really well against them. Whether they play the same sort of side against us, we'll see. Being at home, it'll be on the day, and hopefully they have an off day, and we play out of our socks. So, no, it'll be a great occasion to enjoy, and we just hope that we can put on a decent performance.
What's it been like for you the last few weeks? Because everyone's talking about Manchester City this, Manchester City that, but you as a manager are always keen to focus on the next game.
No, I'm wary because obviously the last few results haven't been what we've wanted. So that's my focus. I haven't thought about Man City. All I'm thinking about is Cheltenham tomorrow. And if we can get 3 points, it puts us back into a decent position, and that's what we need. We need to perform well at home, get the crowd behind us again, and because once we're out of the FA Cup, we've got to have something else to focus on.
What have you put the last 3 results without a win in the league down to?
I think it happens. We've been playing well up until Scunthorpe, and then we've had 1 or 2 injuries, suspensions. Maybe that's played a little bit of a part in it. I was disappointed with the Walsall game more so than anything. But I thought Crawley, first half, I thought we performed quite well. Made 1 or 2 individual mistakes that could have cost us. But they just had a new manager playing at home for the first time. So it was always going to be difficult. So if you'd have said before the game, you come back with a point, I'd have probably been reasonably happy. Sorry about that.
You're all right. Do you want to mute it? Do you want to mute it? I can edit that, that's fine. There you go. David Worrell's back, and that must be a big boost.
Yeah, David's obviously been one of the best players this season. Provides with a lot of energy, and now he's obviously the break might have done him good. Having said that, he was on a good scoring spree, so hopefully he can get back to what he was doing. But no, it's the one position out wide that obviously we have got decent cover for, and we haven't missed him too much, but because obviously we played Cheltenham and did well against Cheltenham with David Amu and Rhys Brown, who both provided crosses in that game for goals.
You've not missed him too much because of the cover, but how different is he, do you feel, David Worrell? Because he does seem to have that little bit of something extra.
Yeah, he provides the energy and gets us up the park with his closing down, and he crosses balls early. I think if you look at the stats, I think he's one of the highest in the league for crosses and successful crosses. So he has been a miss, but hopefully we can get him back to what he was doing.
When you look at the back 4 that's been playing recently, all up at the end of the season, when do you start looking at maybe tying 1 or 2 down?
We've been talking to all of them, you don't just all of a sudden come to the end of the season you haven't spoken to anybody. It's always difficult because once you start talking to one player, then there's other players in the squad same way you're talking to me, so you've got to be careful, because all of a sudden it's in the papers that we've signed somebody, and everybody else is knocking on my door, so you have to be careful.
How hard is it to get the timing right? Because if you've got somebody who, say, is a decent League 2 player, and then you go up, you don't know what's going to happen at this stage.
No, it's always it's just part and parcel. But if they're good players for us, and you're good enough to get promoted, then they're good enough to play in League One, I would say. Be the odd one who can't make the step up. but that's when you're looking to, improve your squad. But no, there'll be. I'm sure at the end of the season there'll be comings and goings. But it is important that we, keep the ones that we want to keep.
Yeah, how hopeful are you of getting some new deals done for current players before the end of the season?
Really hopeful. I think everybody who's here are enjoying it at the moment. Obviously, the ones who are not playing may not be enjoying it as others, but it's a good place to be at the moment. As you say, 8,000 supporters going to Man City. The club's on the up from where it's been, so we've got to try and maintain that. But if I was a player at Port Vale, I'd be wanting to re-sign.